A ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, "We don't serve food here."
Spider-Man catches a guy stealing a six-pack from a convenience store. The guy puts down the beer and runs away. Spidey picks up the beer to take it back to the store, but he pauses. In a moment of weakness, he takes the beer home for himself. That's how Peter Parker pinched a pack of pilfered Pilsners.
Sherlock Holmes walks into a bar and orders a beer. "I've earned this, I just finished my tax return," he tells the bartender. "Luckily I'm getting tons of cash back, thanks to all my brilliant deductions."
Hey kids! Want some beer but you're too young to buy it? Just buy root beer and put it in a square glass. The square cancels out the root and all that's left is beer.
A man walks into a bar with a slab of asphalt under his arm and says, "A beer please. And one for the road."
Somebody should market a beer called Occasionally. So when asked, I can say, I only drink occasionally.
Want to know the name of a famous alcoholic bootlegger? They called him Al Capone.
I don't put an orange in my beer often. Except maybe once in a blue moon.
My friend told me that drinking beer would make him smarter. But I don't think anything would make my bud wiser.
A Roman walks into a bar, holds up 2 fingers, and says, 5 beers, please.
What do you call it when you have a beer for breakfast? A poor choice.
A man walks into a bar with a sad face and asks for a beer. The bartender, worried, asks him, "What's wrong? Why are you looking so down today?" The man answers, "My wife and I got into a fight, and she said she would not talk to me for a month." The bartender, confused, asks, "So, what's wrong with that?" The man replies, "Tonight is the last day."
How do you stop a Mormon from drinking all the beer in your party? Invite 2 Mormons to your party.
A man walks into a bar, orders a glass of beer, and stares at the bartender for a long time to make her uncomfortable. The bartender says, "Take a picture. It'll last longer."
The CEOs of Miller, Bud, and Guinness walk into a bar. The bartender asks what they'd like. The executive of Miller orders a Miller Lite, so the bartender gives it to him. The executive of Bud orders a Bud Light, and he's given one. The bartender looks at the CEO of Guinness, and he asks for a Coke. The bartender, bewildered, hands him the Coke and asks why he didn't order a Guinness. In reply, he said, "I figured if those 2 weren't drinking beer, then neither would I."
I bought an alcoholic ginger beer. He wasn't happy.
How do you make ale pale? Just add pee.
What do you call it when a redhead makes beer? Ginger ale.
My friend wants to become a physician after working at a brewery. I think it's because he spends so much time learning what ails his customers.
I drink beer as medication. It cures all that ails me.
There's a beverage that was sometimes ginger ale and sometimes ginger beer. It is ginger fluid.
An excavator and a prospector walk into a bar. The excavator says, "I'll have a Rolling Rock." The prospector says, "I'll have the summer ale." The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve minors."
I learned today that Superman has a beer named after him. It's a Cal Ale.
What do Texans say when raising a glass? Remember the El Amo.
In honor of St. Patrick, if I break the world record for the most Irish stout consumed in a single day, would that be a Guinness record?
What is the Irish solution to the Israel-Palestine conflict? A two-stout solution.
What's the best beer for Easter? Double IPA because of the extra hops.
If you like the latest kind of IPA, then you're into hip-hop.
I went to a microbrewery and a soft serve ice cream store the other day. It was called Microsoft.
What kind of alcohol do they sell at Hobby Lobby? Craft beer.
I dated a one-legged girl who worked at a brewery. She was in charge of the hops.
A brewery in Finland is selling 1,000 packs of beer now. Sounds like it'd be difficult to finish.
And God said, "Let there be light." So all the breweries complied and reluctantly watered down their beer.
I hear Miller Brewing is starting a brewery in Alaska for a special run of beer. They'll call it the Northern Lights.
I should open a brewery. I'd be rich. What with my effortless ability to magically turn just one more beer into 4 or 5 more beers.
What do you call an administrator at a brewery? A bureaucrat.
I proposed in a brewery at the jeweler's recommendation. She said you can't go wrong with De Beers. I'm Bob Jeffy.
And I'm Montgomery Jones.
And that's the Brewtastic Jokes for International Beer Day. We're on a mission to spread the laughs and groans far and wide, so please do us a favor and share just one of these jokes with your family and friends. Thanks.
Looking for more dad joke humor to share? Then subscribe to our new weekly email newsletter. It's our weekly roundup of the best dad jokes, memes, and humor for you to enjoy. Spread the laughs and groans and sign up today. Check the sign up link in the show notes page or visit dailydadjokespodcast.com.
Do you have your own dad joke you want to share? Join the hundreds of listeners who have submitted their own dad jokes through our voicemail. Please spread the laughs and groans and submit your own dad joke to our voicemail, with the best ones to be included in special fan episodes. Just leave your name, the city and state you live in, and your best dad joke. Call 978-393-1076. I'll repeat that number, it's 978-393-1076, or check the show notes page for the number. We look forward to hearing from you.
The Daily Dad Jokes podcast is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for social media links and joke credits.